What's going on, guys? My name is ATF Cobra, and today I want to bring you guys a video on how to aim and control recoil for these three of my favorite weapons in Battlefield 3. Today we're looking at the SCARL, we're looking at the AUG-A3, and we're looking at the L86A2 for the support class as well. Now today I wanted to show you guys what to do to control your recoil. The SCARL has a recoil that's fairly easy to control. I'm using a heavy barrel with it because it's the best attachment that you guys want to use. No foregrip, obviously, because you're just going to destroy the aim for this weapon. So we're going to take a look at firing this weapon with no actual control, just letting off and seeing what it does exactly. Okay, as you guys can see, very tight grouping, in the first couple shots, first initial shots, then it goes randomly to the left, and then it goes back on target and goes to the right. So what this means, you're going to want to control your recoil by just aiming straight down, or just holding straight down when you fire your shots. It's going to allow you to be a lot more accurate and stay on target. Even though you can fire this gun, in actual full auto and still be pretty accurate, you still want to burst fire as much as possible. But sometimes there are moments where you're engaged in battles that are about exactly from this range, if you look, and sometimes you might not have that control or that mentality, and you're getting shot from different situations, and you might just automatically just go full auto. So in order to control your recoil, and all you have to do is just aim down, hold down, and be sure to try it and stay on target while you're actually holding down. And you see this fairly tight grouping as well. It does stay in the middle area, which is pretty good, even though you'll see it linger out and spread out to different areas. But you can't expect laser beams out of these assault rifles. It is a little bit more realistic game. So that's your grouping. Stay down and to the right, and to control your recoil, look at from this grouping, it's gonna go up, right, and then to the left, and then to the right again. So that's why you want to hold down, so in case it does drag to the right, you'll still be able to manage a couple shots on your enemy. Now I'm going to show you guys the AUG-A3. Now for the AUG-A3, guys, it's a little bit more difficult to control. You're not worrying about much recoil because this gun doesn't have too much recoil. The only thing that's going to bother you when using this gun is mostly the spread. As you guys was take a look here, this gun has fairly good recoil, which is easy to control. Down and to the right, slightly to the right, not too much, but you'll see that it spreads a lot. I mean everywhere. Even though it's still an accurate gun, recoil is not too bad. It does have a lot of spread. That's why you'll oftentimes see your shots miss, even though you are completely on target. So what you want to do and compensate for that, use the heavy barrel. It's going to allow you to have tighter groupings for your shots, and it's going to allow for your shots to land successfully while increasing your muzzle velocity. It's going to allow you to actually hit moving targets, because that's the only problem with this gun. The only downfall is moving targets, because it does have a higher spread. So remember, spread does it increases the longer that you hold your shots. So when a target's moving from side to side and your spread is moving from side to side, it's going to make it very hard to hit your enemy. But to increasing your muzzle velocity allows your shots to be a little bit quicker and more accurate, especially with these tighter grouping, and it's going to help you guys combat and compensate for whichever way the target is moving. So all you have to do is just hold down and to the right, and hold into the middle as well, so it doesn't go too far to the left, because it will start to drag. Because once you actually do compensate for it, it does start to go and drag towards its own path. And see, it went all the way to the left as I was starting to control it to the right. So compensate is mostly down, right, and left that you guys have to hold for this rifle. And compensate, when you are shooting, try to use burst rounds, even though sometimes you're gonna have to use full auto. Burst rounds do really help. But next I'm gonna show you guys my actual other favorite weapon to use, the L86A2. Okay guys, now we're looking at the L86A2. Not a bad rifle, support rifle. Love this gun, 46 rounds. But let's take a look at where the recoil is at when you're just shooting. And as you guys can see, this is the most accurate also actually support rifle, or the light machine gun as they would call it, because look at the grouping. I mean, it's mostly towards the middle, and it does go up and to the right, but that's just holding it down and not controlling your shots, not controlling your recoil at all. And that's pretty tight for a grouping. Your first couple shots are going to be directly on target, and this is the most accurate light machine gun that you could use with a decent fire rate as well. And I'm also using the flash suppressor with it to actually stabilize the actual recoil as well. But actually, guys, in order to control the recoil a little bit more, all you have to do is just follow your pattern for this gun. It's easy. Down and to the right, and you could hold towards the middle as well. Try to stay towards the middle when you're looking and actually trying to aim your shots. And as you guys can see, that's just from holding down and controlling your recoil. That's pretty good. That's still pretty good actual grouping, even though it does go up to the up and to the left and to the right sometimes. That's still a good grouping for you guys, you know, when you're using this gun. But remember, you know, burst rounds are actually better, and you can put a lot of shots in the same places, like you know, as you guys can see me do here. And you have 46 rounds to mess with, and you're the support class. So running out of ammo is not your primary concern. Your primary concern is getting your shots on target and be able to take your enemy down as quickly as possible. And having 45 rounds actually is very good, especially for a very mobile light machine gun. It's going to allow you to actually attack your enemy, you know, and be able to, you know, hold your ground and not run out of ammo as well. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this little actual guide I have for you guys on how to aim and control your recoil. This is actually part 2. I did a video a while ago on the M16 and the AEK as well. And let me know in the comments below of which guns that you actually want to see actually controlled, and actually how to use them and which attachments are good for them. But basically, for the SCARL, you want to use the heavy barrel, or either the flash suppressor will help you guys maintain your recoil. You know, if you guys aren't too good in controlling your recoil, then the heavy barrel is not the way to go. And for the AUG-A3 as well, it's mostly the same thing, heavy barrel. And you do have to watch out for the actual spread for the AUG, because it does have a lot of spread. And for the L86, all you guys have to worry about is just, you know, staying on target and not firing fully automatic. You want to put a couple burst rounds into your enemy. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this little guide. See you guys on the battlefield.